from?
I think he was the one running from the cops.
Okay.
His
Okay.
car was over there.
Okay.
It's in Matt.
Yep. Okay. Anything else besides back? I didn't see anybody in this vehicle, boss. I don't know.
What time did BPD get here?
In 2020, a Tonawanda police officer observed a white Ford speeding through a red light. When the driver wouldn't pull over, the officer chased the car at speeds reaching nearly 100 miles per hour. The Ford crashed, killing the driver and his passenger. It's a tragic outcome that's occurring more frequently as vehicle pursuits involving police have surged in New York over the past 4 years, along with collisions and deaths. Police say more people are fleeing traffic stops. Data shows officers are chasing people for breaking traffic laws like speeding, and they're also pursuing more stolen cars on the road. Only in a few places is the increase in pursuits related to violent crimes like shootings. Also, some departments are now doing a better job documenting all their pursuits than they used to. More pursuits often means more car crashes. Those crashes can involve the pursuit driver, police, uninvolved motorists, and other bystanders, including pedestrians.
And then when I came to rest, I had no air in my lungs. And every time I gasped for air, my eyes just kept getting heavier and it started getting darker, like I was going to pass out or not survive.
The New York State Police pursued nearly twice the number of cars in 2022 than it did in 2018. Data collected by the Times-Union shows police in Nassau and Westchester counties, Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, and Albany also had significant spikes in the number of vehicle pursuits since the pandemic. The NYPD, the nation's largest police force, has also been chasing more cars in the past few years.
Sort of why did our pursuits increase? I think better reporting, better management of making sure that follow up to make sure that officers are documenting those. But you also saw over the years an increase in violent crime, and you started to see an increase in whether it be shots fired, shootings, gun crimes, things of that nature. And I think you also saw changes as time went on, changes to the laws that allow, in some people's minds, that I can run and I don't have to pull over.
State data shows pursuit-related car crashes spiked around 2020. At the same time, many large police departments were conducting more chases. Only some police departments keep data on crashes associated with their pursuits. Depending on the agency, about 10 to 50% of pursuits resulted in a crash in recent years. Most often, it's the pursued suspect's car that crashes. Many police departments have ended up calling off more pursuits or terminating chases early in order to reduce the risk of dangerous crashes. After months of research, the Times-Union found more than 100 people died during police chases in New York since 2012.
A little over half of all fatalities since 2012 involved the death of the fleeing driver. Almost as often, the person killed was a passenger or an uninvolved bystander.
The U.S. Department of Justice recently paid a research organization to study police pursuits and issue recommendations about how they should be managed. The Police Executive Research Forum found that due to the dangers associated with pursuits, chases should be limited to violent crimes.
If you're going to risk your life, it should be for something, a violent crime, an imminent threat. Mm-hmm. And that's really, that was really based upon the number of people who get hurt and the number of people who get injured and the number of people who die. And you can get a car the next day. You can get an offender who commits a traffic violation the next day. But, you can't get a life back.
In cases where it's clear what led to the pursuit, more than half of the fatal chases began with a traffic violation, including speeding or driving through a red light. All other offenses, including stolen vehicle chases, shots fired incidents, and suspected felonies, made up a minority of cases.
The Times-Union studied the policies of 36 departments, including the largest police agencies in the state. Only a handful limited pursuits to violent crimes.
1653.
One radio, we got 4 vehicles